How's it going, guys? You'll have to excuse me a little bit for this week because I'm just getting over a cold, so I sound a little fuzzy. But so I still don't have a name for the channel. I'm running over a few names like Nintendo TV. I've got a few names written down, but they're really not that great. So I need you guys' suggestions, your ideas on what to call it. And then if it's good, I'll use it. And my phone's going off. I'll use it, and it'll be cool. So no intro today, as you've noticed already. So I've yet to finish Skyward Sword still, so that review will come later, and I got a little small special thing for that. Anyway, so this is the Wii U video I was talking about in my last video. So my opinion has changed on the Wii U. At first I was skeptical, and I wasn't sure how it was gonna work, with this one being released so soon, and then the 360 and the 720 and the PS4 coming out later. So I thought, it might not be as good. But then I started thinking about, what Nintendo has learned this generation, and what is possible with the Wii U. And they've learned a lot. They have HD now, which is what they lacked this last generation. They lacked online, which was vastly outdone by its competitors. But look at the 3DS. That online, I've heard, is pretty robust. And they're slowly getting out of the friend code thing. So while the 3DS's one is going to be good, the Wii U is going to be better. You can bet your money on that. So, yeah, they got the HD, they got the online, and now they're having a new controller in addition to incorporating their Wiimotes. There's so many possibilities with that, and I didn't realize that at first, but now I'm a huge fan of the Wii U, because all the developers are all over it, and then I started looking at people's ideas, and then I started coming up with my own ideas, and I just get really excited about it, because there's just so many possibilities to what that little controller can do. So actually I can use this as a demonstration. I think I'm going to do that. Whoops. My bad. I just lost my stand there. So, this is just a speaker system, but this is going to be my Wii U controller. There's an analog for it. I guess I'm just going to say my one gripe about the Wii U controller is the position of the thumbsticks. How, they're both at the same level and not here and the buttons up here. That's really going to bother me for a little bit, but I figure I'll get used to it anyways. So, all day today I've been making a list of my ideas. That's the front, there's the back, a lot of ideas. Let's go with let's start out with Smash Brothers 4 ideas. So, I had an idea for Smash Brothers that you have the big screen TV. Let's say this screen, this Halo poster behind me is the TV screen, and this is the Wiimote. You have the screen be the fight, just the characters and the stage. Nothing else. No percentages, no time limit. Just a clean screen, basically. Then on here you put that information. You put the percentages on the screen, how much damage you've taken, how much your opponents have taken. And I think it would make this screen look really nice and very clear. And Smash Bros. In HD is going to be awesome, by the way. Oh, and it's so this might have been in Brawl, but I think the co-op was only 2-player. So if they can make the co-op 4-player, that'd be pretty nice. That'd be pretty awesome. And then also, a lot of people have complained about the brawls online, which I think unarguably was awful. You couldn't connect to anybody. Anyways, point is, Smash Brothers 4 should be massively online. Like, one of my ideas is that everything that you have for single player, you should have the ability to do 2-player, 3-player, 4-player with, and every single one of the single player ideas has to also be multiplayer and also be online. That would be amazing. So that would make it so robust. And I mean, they can be like different in their own ways, whatever, as long as you have an equivalent to each. What else? What other ideas did I have? Oh, and then I thought of like character ideas and stuff. I couldn't really think of any new characters that they could add. I'm happy with whatever characters they remove and add. Wasn't happy that they removed Mewtwo, but whatever. So they should improve Link now that Skyward Sword is out. Link's attacks should be all based on Skyward Sword. He should use definitely the Skyward Strike, which anyone who's played Skyward Sword would know that that's extremely important. So, you know, he just like raise up his sword and shoot the laser or something, and that would be an attack. That'd be cool. And then I thought about like what items he could use in combat. There weren't a whole lot that he didn't already have, like, you know, bombs and arrows. That's fine. Then I thought instead of a boomerang, like in every Zelda ever, he could use the gust bellows to like push and blow opponents away. I thought that'd be a really cool idea. I mean, it's not an attack, maybe they wouldn't take damage, but it would get them away from you, so you can like shoot them with arrows or something. It'd be like a defensive move. I thought that'd be really cool. I also thought about a playable character. It could be Girahim, because he has a sword, he has magic, and he can teleport. He'd be a cool teleporter. He'd be a fun character to mess around with. I mean, I haven't beaten the final boss, so I heard that he is awesome as a final boss. So maybe that's his true power, and that could be, you know, like his final smash or something. And then that also made me think about Link's final smash. Link's final smash should use the bird Loftwing somehow. I don't know how, maybe, but like he could just like pause for a moment, summon his bird, hop on its back, and then like swoop down and do like a smash into the ground or something. I don't know. It'd just be cool if they did something with the bird. Maybe have it be a trophy. Just something. They should use those birds. They were pretty cool. And then also new idea for Smash Bros. Was because now with the Wii U you can have 4 remotes and a Wii Pad. I'm gonna call this a Wii Pad because it's kind of like an iPad. And Wii Pad. You can have 4 plus this. That's 5 players. So if you had those 5 players plus, people are saying that you can have 2 Wii Pads now. That's 6 players. 6-player brawl would be pretty awesome. And one thing that's crucial to the survival of the Wii U is that it continues to use the Wiimote and all the accessories that come with it. That's crucial because you know, you have the Wiimote, which is awesome for shooters. You have the pad, which would be good for shooters too. I imagine I'm mainly focusing on shooters. But then you also have the Classic Controller Pro, very fun to use. You have to use that for Wii games. I'm afraid that like developers will forget about that and just focus on this. No. Make HD games that should have been on the Wii, basically. That's what I'm saying. Is, you know, like Call of Duty should have 3 control options: Wii Pad, Wii Remote, and Classic Controller, and maybe 4 Zapper. Doesn't really count. What else? I had the idea that Pokemon Snap should come back. That would be cool because, you know, you have the, turn my back for a sec. So you have the screen here, you know, and then the controller be your camera for Pokemon Snap, and so you can like go around the screen like this and then snap a picture like that, and that'd be really, really cool, just like that. And maybe even use like the virtual reality environment that the controller creates to see something like behind you. That'd be cool. Just a cool idea. And then something like Pokemon HD would be really cool on the Wii U because it's a giant DS, right? So you just play it the same way a DS game works. You have all the attacks and commands on the touchscreen, and you just tap it for the attacks, and it'd be much faster than how like Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon Revolution were, where it's like you point at the attack and blah blah blah. This is much faster. And they should make a 3D Pokemon game, like a real one. There's a lot of issues about that. Anyways, and then someone else... Oh, sorry, going back to first-person shooters. Someone on IGN, I saw in a comment section, they had a really cool idea. And that's if you're playing a game like Battlefield, let's say, and you have two people playing. One person, let's say it's like split screen or something, and someone hops into a tank, right? And then someone else hops into the gunner's turret. So a person on this screen is driving the tank, and they just drive a tank normally like you would expect in a video game, but then the gunner, using the panorama view, 360-degree thing, virtual reality kind of thing that they demonstrate in the like Japan video, they can use the turret to look around the entire room, what they'll see on their controller, behind the tank and around the tank and above the tank and below it. I mean, who would want to shoot below it, but you know what I mean, right? So that'd be really, really cool. That's a great idea. Good idea, IGN person. And then, so then I had a lot of ideas about first-person shooters on the Wii U, because that should be very, very much pushed. So 4-player modes, games that have 4-player, let's say, and I mean, this could apply, not necessarily to shooters, but like, the example I'm going to use is Killer Freaks, with the aliens and stuff. Looks like a pretty decent game anyways. So they should have modes where it's Wiimotes versus Wii Pads, because then you have gameplay type versus gameplay type. So then you have, like, for Killer Freaks, I don't know if you've seen the demo, they have a mothership guy who's controlling the aliens against a first-person shooter person who's on the ground fighting the aliens. So you have two people playing aliens, controlling their RTS type thing, and then you have two people on the ground shooting and defending themselves. So it's the aliens versus humans, but they're both playing differently. And that would be very, very cool. Or you could have, in a different game, I don't know, where you have one person using a Wiimote, one person using a Wii Pad. That's how it is on each team. So, like, let's say that the Wii Pad is like the all-seeing eye, and basically support for the person doing first-person shooters. They can give them intel and give them information, and basically give them an advantage that they wouldn't normally have, and then they can like communicate and cooperate to take down the other team's Wiimote person. It's kind of a complicated idea, but I hope I got the idea across. And another idea I had for shooters, mainly like Call of Duty or something. So let's say you and Bilbo Baggins are in a room together, and you, Bilbo, are playing your Call of Duty using the Wiimotes or something, and you're having a good time playing split screen or whatever. But then Sam Gamgee walks in, player 3, and he comes in, he's like, "Oh, that looks like a fun game. Can I check it out?" And of course, you and Bilbo are like, "Yeah, sure." So then Sam picks up the Wii Pad. Well, you guys have the Wiimotes. He picks up the Wii Pad and operates as a ghost camera. So he can fly around the whole field watching you guys kill each other, and then maybe he wants to help out Bilbo more. So he's like, "Hey, Bilbo, he's behind that corner over there." And, you team up on that one guy. It'd be fun. It'd be like a competitive aid. Either that, or he could become his own third player person. Like, just have his... Because, two people share a screen here, and then he's on his own little Wii Pad here, fighting against you guys, and he's just big like join in like that. That'd be pretty cool. So that's my first page of ideas. Now I have about another half of a page. So I also thought that if you have 2 Wii pads, then make a cool like battleship minigame. Just a small idea. Okay, now my biggest idea in the past like month or two about Zelda is when I was playing Skyward Sword, and I walked downstairs and I saw Pippet. Keep Pippet in mind. He is basically the yellow version of Link, who's not as brave or anything, but he has similar attributes to Link, and he's dressed in yellow. Link is green. Instantly, when I saw him, I thought, co-op. Wouldn't it be amazing if Zelda had a co-op campaign? Now, I know a lot of purists out there are going to be, no, you're going to screw up the formula. Ah! But no. Listen, hear me out. So, basically, the only way I see my idea working is if it's online, because split screens all that wouldn't work. So you have each player is using their own Wii Motion Plus, and they have their own DV screen. They're all at home. Basically, it plays exactly the same as any Zelda game, except you have someone else helping you, and you figure out puzzles together and fight enemies together. It'd be amazing. And you have a separate campaign so that you don't screw up the normal Zelda. So all the fanboys, all the purists, they get their own thing, but then if you want to try something new, there is co-op for you, and that's there. That would be so cool. I would love that. Okay, last two ideas. Conduit 3, for example, which on the Wii U should have 4-player co-op. Each player should be Mr. Ford, Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln. Sorry, spoiler alert for the end of Conduit 2. Ford, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, and Jefferson. I'm sorry, I don't remember Jefferson's first name right now, but Jefferson. I was going to say Adams, but if you've played the Conduit games, you don't want to play as Adams. Anyways, John Adams, I do know his name. And then players should have the option to play either first-person shooter like it was on the Wii, or they could do third-person like the demo that was displayed on the 3DS, because they'll look pretty good. So maybe like first-person could be with the Wiimote, and third-person could be with this. Something like that. And then, of course, Nintendo absolutely must have an achievement system. Okay, and then they could be called medals, which I thought, but then that'd be confusing with like Call of Duty and stuff. The medals are stars, because they got a fetish for stars at Nintendo. Or stickers. Somebody had the idea for stickers I saw on YouTube. Anyway, that's not the point. They can name it whatever the hell they want. I don't care. And then they replaced the idea of gamer scores that are on Xbox Live. They replaced that by something called like U points or coins. And basically the idea I had for this is that these points or coins could be used to buy, or not buy, because it's not actual money, but I'm going to say buy. You have a store where you can like get clothing for your Miis, get like hats, accessories. Basically, the more you play a game, the cooler your Mii can look. It's just a small little detail that'd be really fun to mess with. Like, you could upgrade your female Mii to look like Samus, because you got the helmet, you got like the big shoulders, you got the arm cannon or something, and you have like a Metroid flying around his head. That'd be cool. Her head, sorry. But then like these points shouldn't go away either. So you have like 2 different numbers: the number of like spendable coins, I guess, and then the total number of points accumulated. So that would work as a gamer score. This would work as how you would buy the accessories and stuff. I just think that would be so cool. So thanks for listening, you guys. I hope I know I changed my volume a lot in this video. It's because I got other stuff going on in the house. I hope you guys like it. I will try and make the Zelda review soon. Please suggest ideas, comment. You guys I mean, not to be like picky or anything, but you guys don't comment enough. So please comment, and I'll talk to you guys later. So keep playing, guys. Oh, I'm going to be on Monster Hunter the rest of the day, and Call of Duty. So if you play either of those games, hit me up, especially on Call of Duty. See you later.